Audio Jungle.
Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Zero Dark 30 blasting out of the bunker into the night. Are you prepared for what's coming? It's a great question. The left are prepared to be lawless. Lawless. They're willing to violate the rules, folks. Traffic rules, social decency rules, personal property damage, private property damage. They're ready, folks. They're willing. The lawless left, Democrat, socialist, Hamas supporters, they're ready to violate businesses, cities. Are you prepared? Are you prepared? What are you prepared to do? I am not inciting violence nor recommending anything, shall we say, dangerous or harmful to others. No. I would never glamorize violence. Oh, no. But the left sure does. And they love it, folks. Now, when it comes to taking action, I think this is something a lot of people just don't do. They've never done in their lives. Take action. Let's just say you're stepping out of an airplane or you're stepping out of a helicopter, but not onto a loading ramp, but just to fall out with a parachute, right? That's quite an incredible action. It's not normal. In fact, a lot of people say, just stepping onto and off an airplane is really an odd feeling because it's something they don't do all the time. So they're not good at it. Coming out of an airplane, going to a shooting range, a lot of things are not normal and usual for people. But the lawless left, they practice breaking the law, talking about breaking the law, so that when they do it, it feels normal to them. In fact, it feels good. Mission accomplished. It's what they do. It comes natural to them, being lawless. They don't mind violating everyone else's rights. In fact, it makes them feel good. At some point, the point of this discussion here, at some point, you and I, we're going to be put in a position where we're having to do something that is uncomfortable and different. Are you prepared? Right. We described, I think it was Pittsburgh police, understaffed. Same with New York City. Understaffed. And so people are going to be stuck on their own again, just like 2020. They're giving us warning. It's coming. Are you prepared to take action for yourself? No, I'm not suggesting you be lawless. Not at all. And in fact, quite to the contrary. I'm suggesting you be completely lawful in all your actions. Completely lawful. To be within your rights and take action is something we aren't used to doing. Right? Hell, if you shoot someone who's trying to kill you, kill your family, they're in the process of robbing you and threatening your life. You take action and you get arrested. We've been convinced by the law. It's not the law. It's the statute and it's the rule. We've been convinced by them to not take action. Clearly, folks, that's what they want, is inaction from you. They keep pushing right-wing Republicans and they keep not doing anything. And then they're surprised. They're like, hey, we're more than willing to break the law because, well, get this. The lawmakers or legislators are doing just that. They violate our rights all the time. They're lawless. Their supporters, they're lawless. The protesters, they're lawless. But at some point, folks, we've got to be ready and we're going to have to take action. Lawful action. I'm going to give you an example. These people that are blocking traffic, that is an act of terrorism because they're there for political purposes and they're causing fear, terror. They're hurting business, they're driving business away from cities, and they're threatening other people's lives. They shut down a bridge in New York again, and an American got sick and tired of that shit. He says, I live over there. My daughter's over there. And he got out of his car pissed off and dragged him out of the way, threatened him, and then started driving forward. And they let him pass. Why did they let one guy pass? Could it be because he was black and they were afraid of being called racists? Well, that normally doesn't stop these lawless idiots, race. Because, only Republicans are racist. Of any color, you're racist. This is where we're at. You feel guilty taking action, but the lawless left does not. They're breaking the law, and you would be upholding the law. You would be protecting yourself. You would be helping others by removing these idiots from roadblocks. Right? Think about all the things you don't do, and you could, and maybe even say should. At some point, you're going to have to take action. Are you willing? Are you going to have to wait? Are you going to wait until it's way too late? Now remember, once again, people who are doing things that aren't normal, they're used to it. They're good at it, right? Because this is a great one. We watch movies our whole lives, anyways, about heists, right? Bank robberies and jewelry heists. And these criminals are all professional, and they got their super equipment, and they're doing their stuff, and they're in there, and they're turning dials, and drilling through safes, and putting little bombs on shit and blowing it open so they can get their stuff. All fake, by the way. But they're used to it. That's what they do, right? We run a red light or roll through a stop sign a little too fast, and holy shit, we're looking out for the police. We're scared, because we're normal and we're law-abiding. The lawless left are lawless. They're going to be more efficient at what they do because they do it all the time. If you were to shoot somebody, you would probably be sad, and it'd be upsetting. They don't have any problem hurting others, folks. Look at what they practice doing, these young communist fucks, right? You go to try to go downtown, and you're like, man, I turned, and there's a protest on the street. They start beating your car. That's destruction of your property. No penalty to them, right? Costs you thousands of dollars to have your car repaired if you can afford to do that. And if you're really unlucky, they pull you out of the car and beat the fucking shit out of you. As if you're a bad person. All you did was turn down a public street trying to go somewhere. They have no problem doing that. In fact, the more they do it, the more free they feel. The more they do it, and folks, it's the same for the government. January 6th protest. Why is it that when the left-wingers protest, right? Let's go back to 2020. The police do very little. They just stood there with shields and allowed themselves to be assaulted. Very few people arrested, period, anywhere in the country. They showed marvelous restraint. Marvelous restraint. But, and folks, I don't enjoy abusive police power. But you would think they would have done something because those people were terrorists. They were burning, which is arson, a felony. They were burning police stations, that's public property. They were burning private businesses, all felonies. Looting, major felony also. And murder, of course, killing other humans, BLM, burn, loot, murder. Antifa, same story. And the police showed restraint. They should have been there with billy clubs because these are terrorists. They were doing it for political purposes. They weren't social activists. They're fucking terrorists. But the police let them get away with it. Yet on January 6th, the police did not show any restraint. They beat the living shit out of tax-paying Americans. They're used to breaking the law. In other words, they were breaking the law by allowing those terrorists to take action and burn, loot, and murder. Government does the same thing. They practice it all the time. Police practice all the time, pulling people over, demanding that they be respected, that they're in charge, that they're making the decisions here. Hey, I pulled you over. I have the gun and the badge. That's the attitude. You'll listen to me. Because we're like, hey, man, it's cool, right? Law-abiding citizen here. Don't give me so much stuff, man. Fucking chill out, would you? Start drinking some decaf, if you would. You know, that's the attitude, right? That's what's going on. When it goes totally lawless, I hope you are prepared. Not to be lawless, but lawful, and be willing to take action. Once again, taking action. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours. I'll see you guys tonight.
Ho, 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 ho.
Santa.